G'day, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that's desperately trying to convince the bouncer its name is on the door. Our two team captains each and every week are the jet-setting Alan Bro and the hotel-trashing Miff Warhurst. Alan's first guest tonight is an Australian rock icon who once performed at Sunbury wearing a gold jumpsuit, a helmet with wings on it, as well as wings on his feet. He had to stop halfway through when Commissioner Gordon called to tell him the Riddler was back in Gotham. Welcome back, Jim Keays. Alan's second team member is a musical comedian who says her two biggest influences were David Bowie and Michael Caine. That would explain her latest song, I Bloody Love You, Major Tom. Welcome to the show, Geraldine Quinn. Mick's first guest tonight is the 2008 winner of Australian Idol, who was convinced he was going to marry Tina Arena because she once winked at him in concert. He also thought he was going to marry the Wiggles because they kept pointing at him. Please welcome Wes Carr. Welcome, sir. This final guest is a comedian and radio announcer who earlier this year sailed from Melbourne to Tasmania on a tall ship. He knew he wasn't cut out for the journey when he asked which way was business class. He's Hamish Blake. Welcome. Now, Jim, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to have you back for a number of reasons.
Yes.
You were quite ill after you were last on our show. Well, not because of being on our show.
I was in therapy. Unfortunately, it was chemotherapy, but no, I got there in the end.
Bang! That was nice.
Yeah. It was, though, wasn't it?
It was actually chemotherapy, yeah. I had a bit of a run-in with the medical profession, but I'm OK now.
And we actually felt quite bad here at Spicks and Specks because the last time you were on our show was a Halloween episode,
it was.
I believe, and you were dressed as Death.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I know. And it wasn't until you pointed it out to me that I sort of got the connection.
I know, so we felt like we kind of jinxed you.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, we're going to finish this show by dressing you as a Playboy bunny.
If you wouldn't mind.
It also occurred to us here at Spicks and Specks that we've had you on a few times. We've never really talked about how massive Masters Apprentices were.
Yeah, we had a good run.
Firstly, let's have a look at a clip. This is Because I Love You.
Yep.
And that's you right there.
That is me there with the beard and all.
Gee, you spunk, your beard is spunk.
Yeah. What went wrong?
You wouldn't have had much trouble with the ladies, would you?
No.
And of course, that's Glenn Wheatley in the background as well. Huh? That's Glenn Wheatley.
That's Glenn Wheatley, yes.
Is that Gaynor?
No, that's not Gaynor. No, that was a renter chick.
There's another name for them.
Yeah, there is.
Can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, what's the name of the company you get them from?
That's right.
Guide us through it. There was one point you turned up at Adelaide Airport and there were 4,000 fans waiting for you.
Yeah, I remember flying down in the plane and I was sitting next to our drummer, Colin, and I said, hey, Cole, look at the crowd. Is the Queen arriving or something? We got out of the plane and they were for us. But the radio station had given us the flight times of our arrival and 4,000 kids turned up. It was unbelievable.
That's incredible. I mean,
radio stations.
They're terrible, those people.
And what happened? Because you wouldn't have had security.
No, there was no security.
And Adelaide, you got off on the
tarmac. Yeah, and when they jumped the fences and ran and ripped our clothes off, which is quite a common occurrence.
Well, that's customs for you. You've got to obey those guys.
So you've actually had your clothes ripped off?
Many, many times. We on stage.
This is terrific.
That's awesome.
It was a regular occurrence on stage. I remember being on stage and they opened the curtains. We hadn't even started yet, and the kids came up, ripped the whole thing off. All I had was jocks and a pair of shoes left.
Oh, my God.
And,
Surely you start wearing sturdier clothing.
We did. Yeah, we went through a few years of that, and it cost us every cent we made went on new clothes. We used to get tailors to make buckets of clothes for us. We used to come up with different ideas, and we came up with this idea of getting some leather gear to look cool. And all of a sudden we made a fortune because they couldn't rip it.
So, did groupies ever find out where you lived?
Yes. Yeah, that was... of a Sunday afternoon, we'd have as many as 60 girls out the front of our flat and probably 10 or 12 inside.
Just running into the cupboard going, let's go straight to the source, get all these clothes. Now. Thanks very much, Jim. Come back.
We lived in a dead-end street in this block of flats, and somebody in huge letters across the whole road had written Ban Mole's Paradise.
Oh, wow. So everyone in the street hated you, obviously.
They did.
Yeah, because yours would have been the noisiest house and creating all that attention.
Yep. Yep.
I reckon if I lived next door, I would have been kicking the footy over the fence a few times. Happened again, mate. So mind if I come in? Oh, hello, what's here?
Look, my clothes are almost falling off. What do 60 girls do when they're just sitting outside your flat on a Sunday?
They just screamed.
Really?
Yeah, we lived in like a bubble, like a cocoon. We couldn't go out anywhere or do anything. If we walked down the street, we'd get mobbed, or if we never went to a department store or anything like that, or down the shops or anything. We had to send people out to get stuff. It was sort of like the Beatles, it was, for a while there.
That's good. Didn't you also you played to 50,000 people in Hyde Park in Sydney?
Yeah, we did. It was about 1967, if I remember rightly, and in those days they didn't have stages together like they've got them now, nice solid stages. But it was sort of like this horrible rickety sort of thing. And we were playing. We were about 2 songs into the set, and the crowd surged forward, and the whole stage was rocking backwards and forwards. And we thought, ah! So the police came on and pulled the plug out in the middle of the song, pulled the plug out, and it went silent, and the crowd went nuts. We had to get rushed off the stage, and the whole stage collapsed shortly after that with the crowd.
Oh, wow. I also like they were obviously simpler days that there was just a plug.
Yeah, there was.
Now you have to go like this for about 20 minutes right off the stage, and you get RSI and everyone be claiming on it.
That's right. No, it was primitive days. And we were rushed into this limousine, and we jumped in the car, and of course the crowd just engulfed over the... We couldn't see out of any windows or anything, and so we were yelling, "Get out of here, drive, go!" And she started driving and didn't know where we were going, and we went right through the rose garden and out...
Just a car covered in... Was it still covered in people?
Yeah.
Did they hang on?
They hung on until we... It was in Hyde Park, and out of the park there was a wall about 3 feet high, and the car went off the edge of the...
Still with people on it?
With us in it, yeah, with people on it. And we
like when
finally got out into the street and drove faster so that they all fell off.
Do you miss those days? Do you ever wish someone had come up to you on the street and
rip
take
our
your clothes off?
No, I jump off stage and rip their clothes off.
All right, we'll kick on with the show. Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic. Everybody are going to be quizzed on it. Your choices tonight are 1906, 1940, 1970 and 2006, which was the Chinese Year of the Dog, hence the photo.
The transgender dog, obviously.
Miff, you can pick the first topic tonight.
Look at the youth I have on my team. We have to go for 2006.
Careful, Miff.
Yes.
All righty, Alan?
And I've always loved Mary Tyler Moore's hair, so we'll go for 1970.
All right, we'll start with 2006. Everyone on your buzzers, let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. Which famous New York punk club on the Bowery closed down? Yes?
CBGBs.
In October 2006. It was CBGB. Well done, Miff.
Well done, Miff. First blood. Bang.
Next question for 2 points. Who's this? What musical shot him to worldwide fame? Yes.
Zac Efron.
It's High School Musical.
Yes, 2 points out of 2.
Well done.
I'm really ashamed that I know
Just in case.
No, but also, bang, you were the straight Zac Efron. You know what the kids like.
Yeah, I do.
I suppose it's all that sitting around having chemo and watching High School Musical.
High School Musical, by the way, was filmed in the same high school that comedian Roseanne Barr attended. Yeah, she had to watch the musical just to see what the inside of the gymnasium looked like. What you going to do, chase me?
As long as you're not running down a hill, you're safe.
Yeah, it'd be like Indiana Jones. Finally, for 3 points... Jesus, that was harsh. Sorry, Roseanne, if you're watching, you're fantastic. Don't chase me. For 3 points, tell me which artist had these 3 #1 hits in 2006. Hang on to the 3. Yes.
Sexy Back Timberlake.
Yes.
Rihanna.
Was in there, and for an unprecedented 2 questions right in the first round, Bob Sinclair.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, somehow it gets in.
It is.
Probably take the rest of the night off, if that's all right. You don't have to answer anything. I've done my quota now. I'm out.
You've done more than your quota.
I've done like 3 shows in 2 questions.
I know. Do you want to just draw a picture or something for
Yeah,
me?
just play in the corner quietly by myself.
Have some quiet time. Have a little sleep on
It's
the
a
rug.
flying dog. 10 legs. That can't exist. Yes, it can in a drawing.
Now, look, we just talked about the fans of Masters Apprentices, but we should point out, Wes, that you've got your own mad fans.
So I'm told, yeah. They're called Wesbians. So I don't really...
Don't laugh. We get a badge and everything. It's
I
good.
want my clothes ripped off. I read about it as like everybody else. I haven't really met a Wesbian yet. I can't wait to meet a Wesbian.
So you know what? Right now you sound like Elmer Fudd. Be very, very quiet. I'm looking for Wesbians. And not everyone knows. I don't know if even you're aware of this, Hamish. There's a group of men who like men who are fans of yours.
Ham boners?
Gamishers.
Oh, gamishers. We all could find just ham boners.
Ham bonus.
Just having a go. Which is their motto.
On the 1970, your first question for 1 point. Released in 1970 and starring Barbara Streisand, was the musical film On a Clear Day You Can See What?
Forever.
Yes, Forever.
Now.
I would also have accepted Her Nose from the Moon. Being really harsh today. Yeah, bring it on, Roseanne and Streisand. I'll take you both in jelly. For 2 points. Let It Be was an appropriate name for the Beatles' 1970 release. In the same year, however, each member of the band released their own albums. Name 2 of those albums. Yes.
The Plastic Ono Band was Lennon's one.
Yes, it was.
And All Things Must Pass from George Harrison.
Yes, exactly.
Tim, you're one of the few who had a big in the 70s who's come on the show and can remember anything, and that is awesome.
That's true.
Having said that, your shirt does contain all of the answers.
It does.
Jim actually was telling me that he met John.
I did.
Yeah. I said
we were recording at Abbey Road in 1970, and Lennon was recording the Plastic Ono Band album when we were there.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
He was walking down the corridor towards me, and I was walking towards him. It was great, and he said, "Get out of my way." No, he didn't. No, we had a shallow and meaningless conversation, but at least I met him, and it was good.
But not only did you meet John Lennon, you met him in Abbey Road.
In Abbey Road, yes.
That's just amazing.
I
That's
actually witnessed him recording a song. We were in Studio 2, and he was in Studio 3, and I walked out of Studio 2, and there was nobody in Studio 3, so I thought, I'll go in there and have a look. Sorry, darling.
Carry on.
And I went into
He's quite
Studio
used
3,
to having women
and
with
there
his
was
clothes on. I think we've established.
And I walked into Studio 3 and there was nobody there, and I thought, oh yeah, I'd just have a look, and all of a sudden I looked out into the studio and Lennon was out there, and he was sort of writing. He didn't see me, so I sneaked down behind the thing, and he was working class hero is something to be. He was working it out.
Really?
So I sat there and watched him working it out.
There was a bit of you going, yeah, just lay that down, mate. Great.
Yeah.
I'll sell that for a fortune.
3 points on the line for your final question.
right.
Have a look at this clip from Australia's first supergroup. 3 questions on the way. I need the band and the 2 singers on the track. Yes.
Yes, the band is Axiom.
Yes.
A Little Ray of Sunshine is
Yep.
one of the songs.
Yep. Who were the 2 singers?
The 2 singers were Glenn Shorrock
Yep.
and Brian Cass.
Oh, Jim Keays is on fire. That is superb. And then now I wanted to talk to you about something, because on top of everything else that you've done with Masters Apprentices, you're also involved in at least 3 club songs in various sporting codes.
Yeah, it's a curious thing because I'm not known for writing sporting songs, but I just happened to come up with the Brisbane Lions Football Club song. It was already La Marseillaise, which is the French national anthem, but I had to write the new words for it.
Right. You
And
wrote
the other one was Victory, Melbourne Victory Soccer Club.
Right. And there's also another bizarre connection in that I used to work for a radio station in Adelaide
Yep.
who had a competition to find a new song for the Adelaide Crows.
Correct.
And people wrote in with their theme songs. And then the winner had their song sung by you, and it became the Adelaide Crows theme
Exactly
song.
right.
Which I've sung at many gigs before.
'Cause
as
you're
well.
from Adelaide,
I'm
aren't
from
you?
Adelaide, and
Of course.
every time I had a gig in Adelaide, can you play the Crows theme song? And be like, we're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows. We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes.
Yeah, I still remember.
Admiration of the nation and determination grows. We're the pride of South Australia. We're the mighty Adelaide Crows. All right, at the end of the first round, the scores are Miff Wes Hamish on 4 points, Alan Jim Geraldine in front, 8 points. Each team will be given 3 artists and 3 interesting facts. You have to match the artist to the fact. Tonight, you have to match the musician to the first instrument they ever played. Miff, Wes, Hamish, your artists are the Thin White Duke himself, David Bowie. The only member of Nirvana doing less than Kurt Cobain, bassist Chris Novoselic.
It's a bit rough.
And the Welsh god of love, Tom Jones.
What a sexy man.
Their instruments are the drums, the saxophone, and the piano accordion. Which of those artists played which of those instruments first?
Tom definitely played himself first, but that is not an instrument.
I reckon Tom Jones, you know, he's a sort of a sexy kind of guy. So I would like to think that he'd commit a few
piano
sax
accordion.
offences.
Oh, sax, okay. So we're definitely going for the
Sax
piano
crimes.
accordion.
We did have that song Sax Bomb.
Oh, Dad.
He's got your number.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam.
Get away from me! Get away from me!
I'm sorry.
Might be needing vest. You are grounded, young man. Here we go.
Back on.
You know,
All right,
try
so-
and get the answers right. I'm not going to give you any points, but give it a shot.
All right.
Well, Chris played a mean piano accordion in MTV Unplugged. So I'm thinking he definitely first learnt that.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
Yeah,
An
okay,
actual
well, that's
music
a
fact.
fact.
This is new.
Bowie.
We don't have a lot of
You're
facts here.
confused, aren't you?
I thought we were just going off just hairstyles and sort of whimsical links to their name. But,
No, we
I'll
have
take a
facts.
fact. I'll take a fact.
Lock that one in, Eddie. Lock it in.
Lock that in. Yeah, that.
Bowie, I can see him playing the saxophone
Can you?
because
Also,
I think
I can
didn't
see
Ziggy
him playing
Stardust play the saxophone?
I see him playing a fish, but it's not a contest
Yeah.
of what you can see him playing. It's a contest of what did he play.
I've just seen him in a film clip doing that with a saxophone.
Oh, was it the
Ashes to
saxophone?
ashes.
He was working with the
Bump to
saxophone.
bump.
He was just might have holding it.
Oh, look, I think he played it on the record.
Okay.
You seem pretty sure. Okay, that's fine.
Well, I could see Tom Jones or the toms or the
Playing the
drums.
drums.
And he's got a bit of rhythm.
I mean, I would say
Yeah,
there is such
yeah.
a thing as a tom-tom drum, and I don't want to do a dad joke.
And also, it has to be said that the skin on that man's face is so tight it might as well be a
He's
drum.
learned it from somewhere, hasn't he?
He really
Where did he
has.
get the inspiration for that face? Yeah, drums.
I reckon there's screws back here and he just tightens his face before going.
And if he stamps his foot, his mouth moves a little bit. Well, that's
His
evidence
hair goes
enough.
up like this.
I think we've got all the evidence we need.
We are going to lock it all in.
Sold.
We're going to say Tom Jones plays drums. We've got Chris playing
Playing the piano
accordion, and David Bowie playing the saxophone.
Please be right.
Hey, Wes, I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah.
3 points out of 3. Do you know what? I'm scared to do any more jokes now. I've got stuff prepared and I'm going, oh no, what if he calls me Dad again?
Do you want me to bring one of my cute friends over, Dad? That's my dad. That's my dad.
That doesn't happen.
Don't see much of Andrea anymore. He's still friends with her. Yeah, she just doesn't really like coming over.
Oh God, is that what I'm becoming? Am I going to be looking at you in a little while just going, gee, Hamish, you've developed?
Where's Stephanie? She's still mates with Stephanie. Bring her around. I'll put a pool in. I will put a pool in. I will dig it myself.
Do you think that's why Dads finally succumbed to letting their kids get a pool?
I'm going to say no, and then in 21 years' time, I'm going to say definitely yes.
Alan, Jim, Geraldine.
Oh my God.
Your stars are the guitar-smashing member of The Who, Pete Townsend, or Alf from the kids' TV show.
Any cat watching the TV is just scampered.
American rock and roll and blues man Bo Diddley.
What's going on with these eyes?
Photos.
I think they're all having prostate exams. Goodness me, Mr. Diddley.
Even weird.
You could play golf with that.
I can feel the seam.
It's overcast. This should swing a little.
Like a cricket ball up there.
And the multi-talented midget from Minneapolis, Prince. You have to match them to the instruments they first played, which are piano, violin, and harmonica.
Oh, okay. Well, Bo Diddley.
Yeah, he's a blues man. He's an old blues man, and they played the harmonica, didn't they? All those old blues guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the young blues guys too, because Wes plays harmonica.
Yeah.
Don't you, Wes? You got one in your pocket, mate?
Oh, I do actually.
I think he has.
Oh, you really?
He has.
Oh my God, you're busting out jokes. You've got facts and you bought your harp.
Oh, I've got some juggling balls if anyone's interested.
Jim was telling me that he was.
What else have you got in here?
You know what this is going to be like if you start doing
that's
it.
Something's wrong with your mini saxophone.
Wow. This would be just like one of those concerts that you have for your parents as well.
Yeah.
You can do it in front of Adam. And
Yes, and I'm the idiot that gets to play the Ventolin. You're in the band too, Haim. Thanks, guys.
Jim was telling me that Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones actually taught him how to play harmonica.
This is true.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Look at you guys, like a double act. Haven't you met John Lennon? Oh, I actually have. It's an amazing story. You play harmonica, don't you? What? Come on. Do I miss a rehearsal?
It's like we're not needed at all. You know, Dad's just embarrassing everybody. The thing is, who's mum?
No?
Well, give you a cask of wine.
Having said that, it is still a story I'd like to hear. Learning harmonica.
Play a tune. I want to hear you play.
I just sort of blow and I was just saying I'll just sort of suck and blow and do it like a.
Though it's got to be said that a lot of people have got a music career by simply sucking and blowing. Just explain to Brian Jones.
I just started in a band, and we were a blues band, the Masters Apprentices, when we first started. And I was trying to learn to play harmonica, and I had one in my pocket like Wes. And I happened to go backstage at the Rolling Stones concert in Adelaide in 1965, and I said, "I've got a harmonica here. Can you show me how?" Because I couldn't bend a note. I didn't know how to bend a note, and he showed me how to do it with your roof of your mouth.
I don't understand how.
Can practice that.
No, you can.
I'll tap dance.
Normally it's just.
Yeah. Sound like I'm in Rundle Mall.
But to bend a note, which is the blues way of playing it, you have to go like that.
I feel bad that we had to go at Roseanne Barr, but we've just done the theme song to Roseanne.
Now, Dad, I believe there's some sort of game going on here, is there?
You call me Dad one more time.
Well, if you're Dad, I'm Granddad.
You know who you are?
Who?
Uncle Alan.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen him for a while.
No, I get pissed at someone's 21st and give it a bit of hello, ladies.
So diddly played the harmonica.
Oh, thank God you're here. I had no idea what was going on.
Come on, Geraldine, get in there.
I really want to have a go at Pete Townsend playing the violin because, I mean, he's most famous for smashing things up and it would be quite difficult with the piano, though he'd have a red hot go. And I do like the idea of him having a bit of it and then
Yeah.
But
Yeah, OK, I'll play that and Prince playing the piano.
So you're saying...
Bo on the harp.
Yeah.
We got Prince on the
Piano.
and
Pete Townsend on the violin.
violin.
Let's go with that.
All right, I can tell you you've got one correct.
Oh!
Prince did play the piano originally. Pete Townsend started off on the harmonica, and Bo Diddley started off on the violin.
Oh, well done.
They're going to catch up.
Yeah.
At the end of that round, let's do a score check. It's Miff, Wes, Hamish on 7 points. Alan, Jim, Geraldine out in front, 9 points. One member of each team will be singing well-known songs using the words of an unrelated piece of text. Your teammates have to identify the songs. Geraldine, you'll be singing first for Alan and Jim, and you'll be taking your lyrics from the Clean Energy Council's magazine, Eco Generation, issue number 44.
Thanks.
That is your text. Those are your songs. Don't show your teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Geraldine Quinn.
I believe it's got a hot centrefold of some solar panels.
in combination, these factors have created a spirit of complacency in Australian governments that energy efficiency doesn't matter, but the coming carbon constraint will bring a significant jolt of
You got it.
Yes.
I predict a right by the Kaiser Chiefs.
It's I predict a right by the Kaiser Chiefs. Yes.
Nice.
Very nice.
Next song, Geraldine. Next song, please.
Thanks, Adam.
Was that Dad?
Then you just went. Don't laugh with that. That was a. Oh, one of his friends who wears a bikini just looked over. That was that laugh.
Oh, I feel so bad.
So you should, you little shit.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
In terms of financial incentives, a number of European nations are implementing tradable certificate schemes, not unlike the Australian mandatory renewable energy target. However,
It's only available to this side, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, kids these days, no respect.
Yes.
The things they do for love.
The things we do for love, 10cc. Yes, it is.
You were going so well and then you went off early.
Yeah. When you get older, you learn to hold. In fact, when you get older, you have to.
Well, someone has to hold it for you.
Final song, please, Geraldine.
okay. Climate change finally emerged as a major issue over the 12 months leading into the recent federal election. Indeed, a great deal of the major policy breakthroughs were achieved before the formal election campaign commenced over an extraordinary 12 months. The outgoing coalition government adopted a great deal of the policies the clean energy sector have been arguing for over many years. In February.
You're on the way, Al. I was just mouthing, I know it, to psych you out.
Oh, Miffy knows it? Okay, I'm going to let Alan have a go first.
Well,
He's onto it.
She hasn't finished.
I know, that's why I said I'm going to let you have a go first.
Can you just go back to that bit you just did?
Okay. In February, the coalition government surprised the sector with its announcement.
I'm going to have to throw it over, I'm
We're going to need a new chair in a second.
What is it? Liaise with me. What is it?
Go for it, Miff.
I feel bad. Here comes your man.
Here comes your man by the Pixies. Stolen by Miff. Let's hear Geraldine Quinn.
Well done.
Well done.
No, don't feel bad.
No, good.
Wes, you'll be singing for Miff and Hamish, and you'll be taking your lyrics from Sea Urchin Development. Cellular and Molecular Aspects by Louis W. Stearns. That's your book. Those are your songs. Don't show your teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Carr.
Good luck to you.
All right, song one, please.
The sea urchin is never an animal to evoke much interest, attention from society. Its eggs may, on occasion, find their way to the table in some gourmet speciality. It may capture a small headline on the back pages of the newspapers when after a period...
Yes, Hamish.
I believe it's Wonderwall by Oasis. Oh,
Yes.
Well done.
How do you do that so quickly? It's about 3 notes.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I only know 9 songs and 3 of them have been on tonight's show.
Next song, please, Wes.
Don't get arrogant. Just
Just
don't buzz in now. Just don't jinx it.
The rate of development, particularly of cleavage, is strongly temperature sensitive in many species. It is desirable to culture embryos at a constant temperature and to indicate that temperature in the publication of experimental results.
Go on, Hamish. You know you want to.
Just a young guy called Michael Jackson saying it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Getting on the ball.
Hamish, I never thought I'd say this without a sarcastic tone in my voice, but you could be the difference between winning and losing for your team.
In a good way, though.
That's what I mean.
I know.
Why does this not happen when you're on my team?
There's a few websites I place bets on, but apart from that, I just sometimes I don't have the answers.
Final song, please, Wes.
What's that? The golden hand's back. Sorry, don't get arrogant. Especially don't call your buzzer hand the golden hand.
Yeah, that's got prostate exam written all over it.
I don't just find
The golden hand!
Sorry. No one needed to see a finger wiggle.
These experiments show that there are reserve pools, probably large ones of proteins for cilia production presents in the cells of the embryo. Since the cilia form with the protein synthesis, in cilia repress the reserve pools probably contain all types of proteins.
I busted it with my brain because that's where all the knowledge is. It's single ladies, Beyonce.
Ladies and gentlemen, where's Carr? And more importantly, Hamish Blade. And even more importantly, the golden hand.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks very much. Let's go back to business, Ad.
At the end of that round, the scores are dead set even. Alan, Jim, Geraldine are on 11 points. Miff, Wes, Hamish are also on 11 points. Hands on your buzzers, 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. Your questions start now. Natalie Bassingthwaite left which band in two... Yes?
Rogue Traders.
Yes, it is Jim Keays. It's Rogue Traders.
They've got Hamish, we've got Jim. Happy with that.
Time magazine referred to A.R. Rahman, who won an Oscar for the score of Slumdog Millionaire, as the what? Yes?
Golden Hand has pressed it and he has done his job.
He's a composer,
Yeah.
and he did 2 songs on Slumdog. He won 2 awards at the thing for Slumdog Millionaire. At the thing.
Yep.
At the formal.
He's a composer of our generation, or
No, he was referred to as the what of Madras. It was Mozart. It was the Mozart of Madras.
Russell, the golden hand is AWOL at the moment, isn't it?
No, not yet, Golden Hand. Don't jump off just yet.
Come on, Golden Hand, we need it.
Russell Morris' single "The Real Thing" was produced by which Australian
Molly Meldrum.
music journalist? Molly Meldrum.
Oh!
Which stringed instrument may include a 4-pillar in its design?
What? A what?
A 4-pillar.
I think I pressed that in.
You sure? Okay. Harp?
Yes, it's a harp.
I think we need to call an exorcist, don't we?
I am going to give you a hell of a ride tonight, guys. Someone's being a very good boy. Some critics would call that a punishment.
Back to work, Golden Hand.
Speaking of harps, although it has strings, the harp can also be classified as what other type of instrument?
It's like it's like a clavichord or a
Piano type
piano
thing.
type instrument.
Percussion was what I was looking for. It can be classified as percussion.
So I just think-
Listen to this. Name the song. Yep.
Viva La Vida. Coldplay?
Yes!
How the hand gets excited first.
Next question. The full title of the 2004 documentary about troubled recording of the album St Anger was Metallica. Yes?
Some kind of
anger.
monster.
Yes, some kind of monster. In the Rolling Stones song Tuesday is the nondescript name. Yes?
Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday, yeah.
Yes, attached to which girl? Ruby.
Oh, so Ruby, OK.
Which weekday in a Bangles song title is Manic?
Monday.
Yes, according to the Easy Beats, on Monday I'll have...
Friday on my mind.
Yes.
Come on.
And your final question, in the Cure song by Friday, I'm in what?
Love.
Friday I'm in love, yes.
We're all part of the team, not just Golden Hand.
That means at the end of the show, the final scores are... Miff, Wes, Hamish ended up on 14 points, but were just edged out. Alan, Jim, Geraldine ended up on 15 points.
Naughty Golden Hand.
Hamish, that hand did really well.
Yeah.
I hereby retire Golden Hand. No, how can I be angry at you, Golden Hands? You give me so much, particularly in my teenage years.
Would you please thank all our guests for tonight? Jim Keays, Geraldine Quinn, Wes Carr and Hamish Blake. Well done. And of course our two team captains, Alan Bro and Mick Warhurst. We leave you with a live performance from Geraldine Quinn and a song she has written just for tonight's show. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.
When I watch Spickers on the telly, boy, it feels like coming home. They are my extended family when I'm on my own. Adam Hills is like my father. Alan's like my Uncle Bro. Then there's Spunky Myth, the most stylish sister a girl could want to know. Well, they're so nice, so clever, funny, and so chic. Then there's that other guy, you know the one. He's on every other week. He's like your second or third cousin who you haven't seen for years. You fancy him, but he's your kin, so it's hot but kinda weird. Without stubble, he looks 17. I'm sure you know his name. That cheeky guy with the boyish smile, the one not dating Megan Gale. Well, I'm sure that he's done other stuff. I've seen him with his mate. He usually doesn't know a lot about who sings what, but look at that sweet face. Well, he resembles Matthew Broderick, hungover and unshaved. He's at the height of fame. Oh, bugger. What's his name? You know, that guy not dating Megan Gale. Well, I might steal a kiss if I can get him blasted. The one not dating